Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is a quick tip, and this quick tip will change your life. You will never spend a ton of money on eye primer ever again. So if you like a really well primed eye and something that holds color really well and just is a great base to put your shadow down on, this is going to completely blow you away. I've been using the Maybelline Master Concealer because it's super thick and really opaque. Basically, let me zoom you guys in so I can show you how I do it, because it's going to help you conceal those brow mistakes. It's going to prime your eye, and it's going to be a great base to put your eyeshadows on. It's really going to make them pop. So let me get you guys zoomed in so you can actually see. So when I do eye primer as of lately, because I've been using this technique, I have been using this concealer like I said, and I've used two brushes. I use a regular concealer brush, and then this is a cheap little no-name brush, but it's basically like a little tiny buffing brush for the eye. It's a synthetic brush, which is nice because they clean up well when you use synthetic fibers. So the first thing I do is just put a tiny little dot of this, because this concealer goes a really long way. It's, like I said, it's super pigmented. So I just put, and that's probably too much. I put a tiny dot because that's where I put the other dot for my other eye, and I spread it around, and it covers a lot of area. So what I do first is I take my concealer brush and just dip a tiny bit into that. Now this brow is pretty well shaped already, so it doesn't really need it, but just imagine that it was kind of messy. Then you can just run your concealer brush along the edges. Just like that. And then you can take that fluffy brush and just dip into that and kind of just buff it all over the eye. And while you're buffing it into the eye, it'll actually kind of smooth out that harsh line that you just put up there to conceal your brows. So you just want to cover the entire lid, and obviously you're going to want to pick a concealer color that is going to match your skin tone, or like I like to go a couple shades lighter than my skin tone to prime my eyes, just because I feel like it makes the colors pop a little better. So just pick something that is a couple shades lighter, or the shade of your skin. And just make sure it's buffed in really well. You don't want any like crazy lines. Now if you have dry skin, you can go ahead and just leave it here, but for me, I go one step further and really make sure that it is a solid base for my eyeshadows. Because I have oily skin, I have to set it. Plus I recommend setting it anyways, just because it really it's gonna make your eyeshadows go on smoother anyways. So you can do one of two things when it comes to setting it. You can use a setting powder, which is this is what I'm gonna use. It's my under eye setting powder that I use. It's from Inglot. Or you can just take an eyeshadow that is flesh toned and just sweep it all over the lid, which is basically what I'm gonna do with this setting powder. I like to use a brush like this. It is an e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush, so you can use it for concealer, but I really use it just to get a lot of product on the lid. That's really all I use it for. Just dip into it. You can even use your setting brush that you use to set your under eye area, and then just powder the entire lid. And that is pretty much it. I guarantee you, if you use this technique, your shadow is not going to move. It's going to look flawless. The colors are going to pop. So if you guys give this technique a try, definitely let me know. Also, I am in the middle of filming this look right here. It's kind of like a daytime glam look, so if you guys want to see that, keep an eye out for it. It'll be out soon. And thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I'll see you again soon. Bye.